Hey guys, Logan here with the music store. You know, the saddest things we see in our store is people bringing in their instruments that are damaged, cracked, or whatever the case may be, because we're so dang dry here. So today we're going to talk about humidification. We're going to talk about why it's needed, some warning signs that we need humidity, and some practical solutions that we can take to avoid the damages and the cost that comes with those damages. When a string instrument is built, it needs to be built in a very humidity-controlled environment, and that is anywhere from 30 to 45% humidity, and that's because we want all the pieces to fit together right. If it's too low, your wood will start shrinking. If it's too high, your wood will start expanding, and that is how your string instrument gets damaged most of the time, unless you drop it, obviously. But some warning signs you can take caution of. At first, you'll notice that your action starts to change. So the actual distance in between your strings and your fretboard or fingerboard will increase or decrease. That's because the neck is actually bowing out or bowing in due to humidity levels. Another effect that happens is the top of the instrument will actually start to flatten out. So when we build a top, we actually want it to be a little bit rounded, but if it's too dry, it'll actually start to flatten out. And those are typically the normal cases. More extreme cases can be sharp fret edges, meaning that your neck wood will actually start to shrink, causing these frets to pop out on the sides. They can be very sharp and uncomfortable as you're playing. You'll notice your top, back, and sides, so on the surfaces of your instrument, they'll start becoming wavy or rippled. And you don't want that, because then cracks start happening, or separated binding or separated seams, which in the worst case, it's actually good if your seams start to separate. That means your seams are separating before any other part of the instrument starts to separate, and instruments are built that way. They're built that the glue will actually give away before the wood does. So it's kind of a safety precaution there. So to avoid all that junk that happens to your instrument because of Mother Nature, we recommend that you have a humidification system in your house. This is the best option. Putting a system that blows wet air out is the best option because your entire room is controlled. Now, those can be pretty pricey, so a better, cost-effective, cheaper option would be just an in-case or in-guitar humidification system. What this guy is, it's just a sponge that you fill up. You pop it in this little plastic capsule here, pop the cap on, and you actually stick it in the sound hole of your guitar. And they make these for violins and other string instruments as well, that you stick in the F holes. This allows the water to evaporate into the instrument, and the inside of your instrument is actually the best place to have humidity reach because it's the unfinished side, and it's the side that's going to resonate the sound waves the best. And you can also get hygrometers, which are just humidification meters that'll measure the humidification in an area. People often put them in their cases. You can put them in your house just to measure it. At our store, we try to keep it around 32% humidity. That's pumping 10 gallons of water into a 1,000 square foot area. So it can be a chore, but with the right tools, with the right know-how, you can protect your instrument and you can avoid taking it to us to fix and avoid that cost. So we hope this found you well. There's obviously a lot more science involved in humidification, but these are just some practical solutions and some easy steps that you can take to avoid damage on your instrument. So thanks, guys.